Guys, this video is sponsored by our friends at Geology. This award-winning men's skincare company will formulate a customized skincare routine just for you, using a handful of powerful proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. In fact, Geology is one of the only men's skincare companies to have retinol as an active ingredient in their products. If you suffer from acne, circles under your eyes, wrinkles, or sensitive skin, look no further. To get started, take Geology's 30-second diagnostic quiz, and their team of dermatologists will design and ship a regimen directly to your door. It is that simple. Their face wash is incredible. It smells amazing, and I love the way my skin feels after using it. With over 4,000 five-star reviews, why not give it a try? Start today with a 30-day trial on all 4 products. Their everyday face wash, vital morning face cream, repairing night cream, and nourishing eye cream. Head to geology.com. Take their free skincare quiz, and with this exclusive offer, you will save 50% off your first purchase, or just click on the link below. Where do you go from here? Guys, Khamzat Chimaev. And we can all play along that Khamzat doesn't deserve it. We can all play along and say things like, well, he hasn't fought anybody in the top 10. We can do all that stuff, but we don't mean it, guys. And neither does anybody else, and we have proof. If somebody was offered Khamzat Chimaev, or you have other contenders that want to now go fight Kamaru Usman, they're all going to be saying the same thing, and that doesn't work. If the champion says, and Kamaru hasn't said this, if the champion says that guy doesn't deserve it, or if the other boys who think their numbers should come up because they've won more fights or been here longer, Chimaev isn't ranked, therefore Chimaev doesn't qualify. If that was said, and Dana pointed the gun back at those guys and said, okay, I'll make you a deal. For all you guys that think you should go right into Kamaru Usman, meaning you're the number 1 contender, meaning you are the next best guy. There's nobody better than you, except possibly the champion. And that's what a true number 1 contender is supposed to mean. That's what Colby Covington was in this fight. There was a gap. If Dana said, I'll make you a deal, I can't give you Kamaru right now, but I can give you Chimaev. And if you beat Chimaev, I'll solidify it ahead of time as the number 1 contenders match. Those guys are then going to find reasons to not have to fight Chimaev. They're going to bring in the rankings, and they're going to bring in who he beat, and they're going to bring in what he's done, and they're going to bring up that it was actually only twice at welterweight. The other 2 were 185 pounds, which doesn't even count at all, so he's not actually 4-0. He's only 2-0, at least within our division, right? You're going to start hearing all of these arguments, but you see the problem if you're Dana. Dana has a job to bring the best guy. That is what the UFC does. Dana has been crystal clear from day one, and it is not always what's best for business. It is who is the next best guy. Give him his shot, right? So if that's Chimaev, you cannot argue against it. The champion could not argue against it, not that the champion has, but the fellow contenders could not argue against it. The fellow contenders cannot say, I am the next best thing, and I've proven it, but I'm not going to fight with this. You can't do it. And that's where the problem lies. And that is going to embolden, empower, and strengthen Khamzat Chimaev's positioning. Khamzat, who's saying, I will fight anybody, bring them on, you tell me the date, I don't care who the name is. It's very hard to question a guy like that when nobody else wants to fight him, particularly when they lay out their arguments as to why they shouldn't have to. They start talking about rankings, or they start talking about placement, or they start talking about time within an organization and seniority that has absolutely nothing to do with anything, and it's an argument that you only bring up when you're a straw man, right? It's a straw man fallacy. So I bring that to you because every time they're going to go insult Chimaev, and every time they're going to deny Chimaev, that's going to strengthen him with you guys, who ultimately make the decision. You are all going to look at that, and you might even feel it. You might feel that Chimaev, with only 2 times in the division, does not qualify for a world championship fight. You might say that. But as soon as they start teaming up and bullying and picking on him, you are then going to sympathize with him. If the guys all try to reject him, tell him he's got to go have lunch in the corner all by himself, you're going to see that, and then your heart's going to open up, and you're going to feel for Chimaev. And that's what everybody's going to do. As good of an idea as Chimaev is right now, he's going to be a great idea 2 weeks from now, once you hear the guys that try to distance themselves and insult him. That's the way that it goes. Now, I'm bringing this to you because we have a number of good options, right? Luque's a very good option, and we all were under the impression at one period in time that if Leon beats Masvidal, Leon gets the crack. And you want to talk about words like deserve that have nothing to do with life, but you want to talk about words like deserve, Leon, in all fairness. If we try to take something from Leon or Leon doesn't get next after that, we're being dicks. We are. And we're being very disrespectful to a guy who's done everything right his last 9 matches. Luque won 7 in a row. And it's not just that he won 7 in a row. You go look at the way that he won, and then you juxtapose that with the guys that he fought. Luque's incredible. Luque is incredible. But if you're looking for a reason to tell a guy no, the fact that Luque came out as the backup fighter and didn't make weight, boom, you just found your reason. That's going to be very cold. Not even sharing with you that I support that. What I'm saying is the game of bureaucracy, where you want to get a yes for one guy, you got to find no's for the other guys, and that could hurt Luque. Hey, you need to come out one more time. You need to prove that you can make weight. It's a real thing. Not arguing that it's fair. But it could be a real thing that Luque has to deal with. Just hold that thought. The mere fact that we're having these types of discussions shows you how protected 170 is, what a safe place that it's in. We have some divisions. You guys remember the Cyborg days? Possibly even what Rose went through with Wei Lee. You'll have some times where nobody wants the job. Not only do they not want the job, they realize that their resume isn't good enough. They don't even submit it. So when you have 170 pounds where you're having this real back and forth debate, it's not wonderful for the guys. Luque isn't going to love that I said he's not the top guy. Leon's not going to love that I said that he's not the top guy. Many people are going, where'd you get Chimaev from? He's not even a top 10. Bigger point, though, is what a great division. How safe, how protected that division is right now. And ultimately, don't forget, Kamaru Usman's opinion will matter. We know that. We've seen Adesanya steer his own career for 2 years now. We saw Usman grab a microphone on ESPN, call out Masvidal, boom, the conversation was over and Masvidal goes in. I would think it would be very wise for Usman to call out Chimaev. Whether he gets it or not, to let Chimaev and let everybody else know, there's one guy here that's not scared of you. There's one guy here that's hiding from nothing. Couple that with the fact that they're going to fight anyway. Guys, the only thing that we don't know, that we can't agree on today, is that fight next. Or does Chimaev have to do one more? That's what we're down to. So Usman and Chimaev are going to fight. You might as well have a whole bunch of people tune in. You might as well start that marketing right now.